long jeans. Long jeans. Welcome into the show, Late Night, with your boy Trapvision 3. It's been a long time since I did a Saturday night. I actually wanted to finish out the conversation that we were having this morning, and I do apologize for the audio because it was windy and I did not bring out what I needed to this morning. So you guys chimed in a lot, so I want to cover some of the topics here. So tonight we'll do a wrist check. So you guys let me know what you was wearing at the time of watching this. I have on the Dreamers watch, the man with the space race, the Gene Kranz. I like this watch, the Seiko 5. It's on distressed leather, beautiful. And I don't think I'm going to take it off of this leather for a long time. If I do change it out, I'll probably get like a mesh bracelet, a Milanese bracelet put on here. I really think this is a dope watch, which, yeah, definitely want to represent and rock the watches that I enjoy the most. And also, too, I'm going to go through, I have a watch down here that I actually did a short on, but I'm going to we're going to experience it together today. And it's from a company that I just like, one of the newest watches that I got in. What up, Trap? Back again. Yes, I am back. Kev, I am back. Definitely wanted to finish this conversation, man, because I'm talking about it got heated. It actually got heated in the comment section, which I'm actually about to go on my channel over here and pull up some of those because my bad, John. Want to cover some of the stuff that I saw today. So, okay, let's see. Am I coming in clear? Let's see if I'm coming in clear. Am I coming in clear? Yeah, okay, it's a lot of echo because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. But it's a lot better. What's up, Bob? I see you in there, man. It's a lot better than earlier today. So, let's see. I have the Sea Stern Doxa in the yellow color. You love it. Anyone get a watch strap 10 going? Watch strap. I highly recommend updating your watches, man. Getting those straps on there. I'm gonna be flowing through some watches tonight, man. But I want to talk about Rolex and all the goodness thereof. And I just want to put this out. This isn't a disclaimer. Earlier today when I went live, and my whole purpose for talking about doing this Rolex talk is I'm not aiming at the company. I'm not discrediting Rolex. I'm not saying that it's a bad brand. However, there were a lot of you guys chimed in, literally in the comment section. I'm going to go over this and said, hey, I have Rolex fatigue. There was one comment that stated, YouTubers and content creators have made it toxic, man. Like from TikTok to Instagram to YouTube, that's all they ever talk about. Like there's no other options out there. And there was an argument that sparked out stating that Rolex is the apex predator out here. And there was somebody else in the chat saying, hold up. There's a couple of watches that's in front of that watch. Like Geo was one of them, right? And this is based off of personal experience because if you've never experienced a Rolex, that's a tough sell trying to tell somebody that why it's better than another brand if you've never experienced it like that. And if you're just going solely off of the marketing, I bet you lying. Come on, fam. If you knew that I was lying, bro, come on, fam. Why you calling me right now? That's crazy work. Y'all, hey man, I'm gonna put it to you like this, man. I ain't even trying to be funny when I say this, man. This is one of the reasons why when we were talking earlier, Rolex is one of the top named, one of the most talked about things on YouTube, and Invicta is one of the most talked about. And I got people that's like, they'll chime in like, yo, Trap, man, you know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. How you know I'm doing my thing if you aren't like knowing that I'm live right now and you call? And of all times you call, you should have got the notification. or you don't have it checked, or I'll excuse you if YouTube kind of bumped you out because YouTube does that. But anyway, at any rate, the heavy hitters are here. Yo, who we got in here? Rolex overload on YouTube is a real thing. And we're going to talk about that. So this is not I need everybody to participate on this one, man, because if you are a Rolex collector and you feel targeted, you're not being targeted. We're just talking about there's so many brands out here. There's so many brands that don't get talked about. And my question is, why not? There's nothing that's going to take Rolex out of the standing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rolex is going to always be at the top. And it is an apex predator when it comes to marketing on the luxury side. Because, I mean, how many people know about Vacheron? I had a collector on the phone with me today, and I was at work, and I said, yo, everybody, I get everybody's attention. I said, check this out. I got a question to ask. If you had $10,000 to $15,000 to spend on a watch, what watch would you get? And the first guy jumped up. He said, well, I own 2 Rolexes, and he had on the Citizen Garrison today. He said, I got 2 Rolexes at home, so, you know, I reached for the crown, bro, because I had the money. I said, okay, that's dope. All right, that's one. Get to the side. Everybody else was like, Rolex. Well, literally everybody said Rolex. So I asked the question like, okay, is there any other watch brand that you guys know about? And they were like, no, they couldn't think of it. I said, okay, so let me get explanations. Why do you guys say that if you had the money, you'll get Rolex? And they unanimously, and we're talking about a few dozen people that's working today in my job, they were like, well, Trap, it's easy. That you get the biggest return on your watch. It's the most known. It's the name. It's the brand, bro. Like, Rolex is at the top of the top, bro. Like, there's no other watch brand out there better than Rolex. And I asked the next question. I said, okay, so it's not the movement. And the cat was like, as long as my Rollie don't tick, I'm good to go. I said, copy. Does that make him a terrible person? Does that make him a non-collector? That just lets me know that the mass public does not align with what goes on YouTube. That's first and foremost. That they just don't align, because I hear the term "reach for the crown." You know, I'll ask you guys this too, and please put this in the chat. You know, I'm going to be reading off your comments. Rado is another alternative. Thank you, Spectre Control, because Rado is an amazing watch. Oh, Robert Wood comes through. Rolex is huge because it has been ingrained in people from a young age, and it stands for success. Part of is old school thinking, and part of it is marketing. What is this? Oh, hold on. I have something written down for that, bro. It says Rolex holds a rare cultural space. To the general public, Rolex doesn't rep watchmaking. It represents milestones, trophies, a crown for every achievement. I have arrived. That was topics that I pulled from the interweb earlier today. Let's see who else is in the building. Zenith is another. That's a great alternative. Watchman 54, Skylar's in the building. The heavy hitters are here. Yup. What's up, Hannibal? Rolex Overload. Okay, I read that. What's good? I love when people come in and speak, man. It's wearing my Vortic. Ooh. Hey, man. Aussie brethrens. Aussie's in the building. Bob Corn is here. Still wearing the Aragon C Charger. That's what's happening. Wear that thing in pride, bro. Alternative Symmetry 001 on the wrist. What's up, watch nerds? I have a Doxa in the yellow. Ooh, I love Doxa. I absolutely love anyone got a watch. Okay, I read that earlier. All right, let's see. Did I catch up on the straps? John, what's up, bro? Watch collecting is more than just buying products valued solely as the sum of their parts. Rolex owns brand equity and translate into market demand. Okay, so the argument, bro, what does that mean that Rolex they have billions of watches out there? And what I mean by that is they have been making watches for quite some time, and it has been screamed across high heavens that Rolex they make like 1.5 or whatever, like a little over a million watches per year. Somebody, well, who was that? Watson James, I believe, went over to Singapore, and there were just Rolexes, just like pre-owned, just for sale. Like it was crazy. It's crazy. So, what does that say about the brand? What does that mean? Again, there is a lot of fatigue. And again, this isn't a let's slam Rolex because it's Rolex. I'm just having a general conversation because there's a lot wrapped up into this whole thing too. This is a lot wrapped up. Because I talked to at least a dozen collectors today. Man, when I tell you guys was fired up, man, some people were like really, y'all was engaged. Y'all was engaged in this topic, man. And I want to be fair and get to those comments. Because I said I was going to read those comments off next live. I said I wanted to just read. So bear with me. One of the issues with the focus on Rolex is that there's too much talk about the sub and Daytonas, whereas let's see, hold on, I lost my spot. Whereas they have so many other great options. For example, Cellini, Milgauss aren't talked enough, in my opinion. Sky Dweller too, their most complicated piece. And somebody inform me, what happened to the Land Dweller, man? Like, I don't hear nothing about that watch at all. You gotta get your Timex friend back on. I just picked up the new E-line and I'm loving Timex these days. Okay, hey, say less. I'll hit him up. Glycine has a crown. Does that count? Of course it does, bro. What we talking about, bro? Hey, you know what? You just moved me on to the next segment there, buddy. You just moved me on to the next segment there, buddy boy. So, glycine, anyone? Yep, this is my, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like that piece, man. I literally earned this one. So, I ran through today, man, and I had some people trying to guess. I showed these watches at work, and I said, what do you think the prices on these watches are? It was all over the place. Some people said, man, $100. I want to pay over $5. One cat had it dang near, but he just didn't know the price of that. And I told him what the Airman cost, and he was like, oh, snaps. Okay, cool. Didn't know that. Gave him a little history on it. He was like, wow. And that is the thing. I asked that question. What about the history of watches? And not just Rolex, but just the history of watches. They weren't interested. Not one. Not one person. So that just puts me, I said, okay, I'm the odd man out, man, bro. Like, yo, because I love history of watches. I love to see. And one thing that I'm really enjoying right now is micro brand, like these owners and people that are designing watches, where they come from, what their purpose is. I don't know if you guys watch Skylar. Skylar had a live stream. Guy he met at one of the meetups out there. It was the Gotham Watch Club. Informative stuff, and I've always loved those videos. I love that content, man. When a content creator grabs a hold of a strap maker, if they do bridges for watch, like whatever they do, whatever it is that surrounds horology, I find that extremely fascinating. So I'll date myself. I'll go back to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. If you remember that show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood did just have the Fantasyland with a train. He'll get the trolley and he'll go to the Fantasyland. And that's when you see more of the puppets doing their thing. But he used to go to local stuff like factories, bakeries, and stuff like that. And he will literally tell the story from their lens about companies in your neighborhood or possibly in your neighborhood. So like if Hostess was in your neighborhood and you could walk through and see how your Hostess Twinkie was. Now, granted, the new Hostess Twinkie taste is not the old Twinkie taste. Y'all got robbed. I'm just saying. Because that new Twinkie flavor is trash. Alright, so we ain't talking about fat boy foods, big back energy, but we are talking about horology as a whole. And I want to focus more on what one of the things I think is missing with all these watches, because there's a new watch that comes out like every day. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lady Liberty piece. There are, I mean, God, dog. What was there? Somebody, Phoebus just came out with another piece. Spinnaker always has new pieces like from like their character lines. 88, which is underneath the Darthman group, which is Spinnaker. And I'm just throwing out like watches. Vincianico had like they got a new. I'm gonna always show this watch because does this compare to a luxury brand? No, but yes, it does. Yes, it does. Aesthetically, because you know what, some people can't figure out. And this is coming from another collector. He did a test on his one of his relatives, and he couldn't tell the difference in finishing with watches, man. And they're using like Invicta versus other watches, man. And I do recall I talked to a collector last week, and it was early this week. And one of the things that annoyed this collector was how are we referring to or comparing Rolex to Invicta or Rolex to a watch that's less than $1,000. And I said, well, I understand the concept, because if Rolex is offering you a superlative chronometer or whatever the case is, and then a micro brand gets the same concept, but they charge you $1,000, yes, you can compare that. Like, hey, the Rolex Submariner has these specs, and this watch company mirrors those specs, but at a lower tier point, and then it's off the shelf movement. Well, you know what? We say that term. I use that term with people. They're like, "What you mean off the shelf movement? What is that? What are you talking about?" I'm like, the watch, the movement that goes inside the watch. You know, like it's either Salida 200 or ETA 2024. They're like, "What the heck are you talking about? Is that what's powering the watch?" Yeah. What does that look like? And these are people that own watches. Again, I shared this. Man, one of the most searched terms online right now, according to Gemini and ChatGPT, is watch complications. What do they mean? What is a chronograph? People don't know. People are looking like, okay, you know what? I got enough money for a Daytona. I'm gonna get on the wait list. And ooh, yeah, the wait list. Can I put that out there to you? I'm gonna get into these comments real quick. What is your personal opinion on the wait list? I'm asking you for those that have, who was that? Dennis, on one of his recent videos, I think he waited a few years for his rolling, and they called him. He went and got that thing. I think he got a note. Did he get a no date? I can't remember. I know he waited for a minute, but I literally had a discussion with another collector, an Invicta collector, about the wait list, and this collector was like, "Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing?" And this collector knows that I bought one before, and I'm like, when I was overseas, but it was just walking in like, "Oh, that's nice. How much is that?" Ooh, that's a lot of money. I got it, but all right, boom. Just to say I had a rolling, that didn't even last long, bro. That's crazy. Timex headed in the right direction again. Okay. I also got the Timex Marlin Salmon dial. Timex is on the up. Gerald, nice choice. Beautiful shade of blue. Very business-like. Hold on, let me get up here. Why do people stop at Rolex when there are far better brands that are past Rolex? Like what, Hannibal? What's the one with the red strap? That look nice, vintage. This is the Airman. This is the Glycine Airman. Hold on, get me out the screen. And I do want. I was just over on Meet and Na's channel, right? Anwar of Meet and Na, they celebrate. And they just had a book, right? That's like a Simple Sips book, like it's a whole book, right? And it's a whole big deal. It's a huge deal. A YouTuber came out. This is like on our end. Imagine a YouTuber, which we do have some, that come out with their own watch. Well, they have a Simple Sips book, and it's just a bunch of cocktails and stuff like that, and they included the community. Well, his watch of the day, now he is an Invicta collector, But he went and got Italian twine. And I have a question. I already know the answer. Like, I have my answer. But I guarantee you, a lot of people that come on my channel, you don't know what Italian twine is. I'll let you figure it out if you dare search it. But, yeah. He had a nice, in his quartz timepiece. I believe they do have an automatic piece coming out. And I think that's been in the works for a long time. It's been in the works for a long, long time. But they finally have an automatic coming out. They've been strictly quartz, the whole rip. And there's some people that watch my channel that have Italian twine. All right, and the Italian twine is out of the 757 area. So that's just another clue for you. I'll let you figure it out on your own. But we're talking horology. We're talking fatigue. What would you guys like to see? Like, I think, honestly, you guys that watch us, that support us, that any talking head on here, I don't care how big or how small, you have a right to get on and say your piece and tell people what you would like to see on there. And it's up to that creator to, if they're going to oblige. I mean, because there's some people that have some strong talking points. There's some creators on here that I watch. I'm like, I love how they do. I love how they present. Very informative, and their visuals are amazing. Audio is amazing, man. There's some people on here that's doing the thing. Some people, I'm not gonna say they stay. I've heard some of these people that I like the most drift off into your Omega and Rolex talk. But they stick to either micro brands, Seiko, or stuff that's known, or stuff that you don't know. Because I learned a lot, man. I'll be learning a lot from you guys, the YouTubers out here. Let's see. Why do people stop it rolling? Let me get into this chat real quick, man. I got the blue dial, perfect for work day to day. Saying Martin just dropped the new line of enamel dials. They look good too. I gotta go over there and check that out. Laco and enamel as well. Celeste, gotcha. Laco ain't no joke either, man. For those that know about it. Fortis has some great watches too. I think the wait list sucks. They got more watches than they claim they have. Yeah, because the thing is, I hear about this wait list. There was a bomb drop by one. I can't think of this content creator. He talked about the wait list, and he owns Rolex. He talked about the Rolex wait list being a farce. Nico said it, right? And he sells watches. Nico talked about it. There's a number of people that talk about it. And then there's another guy that worked for Rolex before, and he's on here talking. There's a number of people that saying like, bro, stop it. There's no wait list. There's no wait list. You have 1 million people, and let's talk the numbers. If we're doing the math, remember, let's go back to this one thing. Rolex is the #1 talked about watch on YouTube. And then if you dare talk about Invicta in a way that is comical and you're taking a stab at Invicta, that is another watch that's talked about a lot here on YouTube. Opposite, polar opposites of each other. But a YouTuber getting started couldn't make a name for him or herself by doing that. By doing that. And even luxury brands, man. I would imagine that if you started your channel talking about Cartier or hold up, AP or Patek. If you have it and you're talking about it, people are going to watch. But Rolex, so I got this Submariner right here, right? No, it's a Pro Diver. You see how I had it way back here? Some people like, oh, he got it. No, it's a Pro Diver. It is a homage to that piece, man. It's the most talked about Invicta. When they do give Invicta credit for being a decent watch company or having decent product, not a decent watch company, let me be correct. It's going to always be this Pro Diver. It's always, or the 1953. Mr. Cook, I think it's more of allotment based on who has the most money to spend. Waitlist is just marketing BS to make people feel it's more exclusive than it really is, in my opinion. I think after the Paul Newman Daytona sold for 17 million for the auction in 2017, you started seeing waitlist in Rolex. Hey, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point. That is a good point. Waitlist doesn't exist. BS. I would never take part of. I have cash book. Hey, I can see Skylar going there like, I got cash. Now respect it. I can see you doing that. Yo, you stupid, bro. Hey, but I feel you though, man. Cause like, yo, hold up, man. This is my thing, bro. When you go to an AD, and I don't care what you buying a Rolex for. I don't care what the purpose. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm gonna spend X amount of dollars, man, so I can be seen on Instagram. I'm gonna take a picture like, yo, I got my rollie on, boy. I don't care what it is. If I walk in your AD and I got 16 grand in my pocket or a cashier's check, right? Let's just say cashier's check. And I want to spend that money, man. I'm like, I worked, I did my thing, I got promoted, I saved up on top of everything else that's weighing me down. I said, I got it. All I want is this rollie. And like, hey, what do you want? And like, hey, man, I want a no-day sub, bro. You know what? I could put you on this list, but while you here, I got these bracelets over here for you, man. Really nice bracelets. You can buy these bracelets. Matter of fact, you can get, what's it, the CPO program again? You can buy one of these pre-owned subs. Or this Cellini over here. Or you know what? I have a pre-owned Milgauss. Buy that first. And then, when that watch comes available in a couple of years, we'll give you a call. Stay by your phone. We don't email. We call. Man, please. I wish I would, man. Like, dude, I almost got 20,000 in my pocket. 20,000 almost. Oh, man, I can't imagine. That's crazy. Woo, man. Exactly, Skylar. If people want to buy, man, hey. Thank you, Skylar. He dropped the thing, man. Makes sense. The great market is so popular. Yeah, Rolex. Billions for sale. Hey, man. Is it a wait list? Or you just waiting for it to come in? That's, yeah. People sleep on a lot of good brands. Meadle, Radu, Certina, bro. Oh, me and Certina, bro. Yeah, I love Certina, man. Certina has a rich history. Even before the space race, Certina was being tested on the bottom of the ocean, bro. That watch was standing up. And they're like, can the watch go that deep? Yeah, man. Certina was out there, man. Come on, bro. That double security system is fresh, man. Like, that thing could go wildly popular with me because I'm active, bro. I get out and do stuff, man. I have an active job. I'm always doing stuff. I'm loading and unloading cars and stuff like that, man. I'm driving across the road. Bro, like, that will, and so, like, I wore this today at work. You know what I'm saying? I wore this today, and I wasn't worried about getting it damaged and stuff like that. And I banged it up against my truck. I'm like, hey, man, you know what? Beauty marks. I got a story to tell with it now. And yeah, man. Nobody would mind the wait list. If it was transparent, you knew you sat on the list and could monitor your progression up the list, man. Many Rolexes were traded 25% below retail in 2000. Expect. Here was something that collector stated. If you guys stop running out and spending what they asked for, like these price increases, they will see, the people just finally caught on. Let's stop with the no price increases for this year. No, because we're not selling anything right now. People have stopped buying watches. But you're not going to get, man, that term about herding cats, you're not going to get people to stop buying. As long as people are making money, they're not going to stop buying. And you have to think, too, we are so niche, and there's a thing too. If you're on YouTube and you think that your word really has, and some your words do have power. Let's not get it twisted. You can influence people on this platform or TikTok or Instagram. It is a thing. However, your voice is dead to the people that's not attached to YouTube for that. I'll tell you, some people that's on YouTube are doing for financial reports. Some people that's on YouTube that's watch collectors are looking for, how can I fix my truck, the brakes? How can I put up a stucco wall, put stucco on my wall? How can I fix this hole? How can I change my pipes? They're looking at like hacks. They're like, hey, I want to become a fisherman. I want to learn how to play the guitar. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, they aren't even attached. They're not looking at YouTube for horology at all. So these people, they're not going to get the word. Matter of fact, I got one for you. How many people during that blackout where they say, hey, nobody buys gas for like Tuesday. Don't buy no gas. Just like, we're going to stick it to them. We're going to make the gas prices come down. Just don't buy no gas. How many people didn't buy gas? And I'm going to tell you this, that don't work anyway. Because what you do, you go and you buy gas like 2 days before, you fill up on, like, I'm going to just fill up. Well, they just had a day and they market the next year. Well, we didn't. Normally on this day, we make $1 million. We only made $500,000. But we made $2 million on Monday. And they'd be like, hey, it's just overlap. So it really don't work, bro. Anyway, but y'all get the concept. That's not going to work. That ain't going to work. I have Italian Twine watches there, great pieces. They released their Swiss model. It's priced at $49.97. Thank you. Yeah, I jumped over there and checked that out. Appreciate you putting me up on game. The waitlist is the waitlist to create made up hype. And then too, you know what's crazy about that? I'm just gonna say this as a collector. Rolex doesn't need the hype. It's there. The Rolex hype train is there. I mean, they don't have to do anything else, man. But like, how many people are really in love with their collection, man? It's like, what was the question? Hold on, I wrote it down. What makes this hobby worth the time? No pun intended. What makes this watch hobby worth the time? I'll give you guys an example. For me, here's my example for the day. I have a Hamilton Khaki King, and then I have where are you? Ooh, oh, there you go. Two Hamiltons right here. Two Hamiltons. You guys are seeing. You see how worn this thing is? I wear this thing on a regular look. And I'm going to show you. Wearing this thing out. Wearing it out. Yeah, one of my favorite watches. And this is a memento. This is a special watch to me. I dig this. This watch is special too because, look, I went and got a strap habit, but this watch talks about this represents a relationship I have with Trifecta watches, which I don't have down below, but I rock with Jake over at Trifecta. And also, I have a watch right here that I swear by. Somebody asked me today, if you had to go down to 10 watches in your collection, and I have way more than 10, y'all, 10 watches, what brands are you keeping? And this is one of them. This is one of them. Now, I don't expect you to run out and buy a visitor watch. That's not why I put that up there. This thing has a lacquered dial on it, man. When I tell you, this may look good to you right now, but when you get this thing in your hand, in the sunlight, this watch is a work of art. It's beautiful, and it's powered by Miyota 9015, high beat movement, but I don't care about the movement. As long as the needle switch is like it glides across. This watch right here, when I look at it, I got this on my wrist, and I'm like, yo, this thing is butter. I love it. I love it. And you know the other thing I love about it? Because I met the owner, I met the designer of this watch, the man that created this, man, Phil. Amazing guy. When you talk to this dude, he is a wealth of knowledge, but I enjoy talking to Phil. Like, it's dope talking to this guy. Yeah, versus Invicta, right? I like Invicta. Don't even get it twisted. And I know some people don't like the fact that I like Invicta. Like, bro, why Invictus? Hey, man, hey, why do you like what you like? I'm not over there at your kitchen table, man, telling you not to eat the food that your wife or whoever's cooking. I'm not telling them that, so don't come over here and tell me. I ain't going. I like what I like. But there's a stark difference between the man that took over a company from 1837, right? And that went bankrupt, that was dormant, came back out. His family bought into the company, and this man had it all. A.L. Lalo had it all. And you know what? He wanted some money so bad that he took them shortcuts, man. I'm like, yo, as a man, and I'm going to say this because I have talked to a couple dozen watch traders, from Laurier to Visitor to Vizionico. I've talked to these people, sat down with these people, and they're a joy to be around. Go to a windup. Go to a windup, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But that Mr. A.L., I'm like, dude, you don't even got to be a people person, man. You should have put somebody out there, a representative. You should have put somebody out there that loves to talk about watches. Oh, I forgot. You did. Man, you had Ryan Johnson. Screwed that up. Screwed the pooch. That's crazy business. And then look at it now. They just dumping watches. Dump. That whole family vibe, that whole camaraderie, that whole cruise culture, all of the things that was built, man, he just threw it away. I'm like, for what, bro? Like, I would love for a Netflix special to come out and like, AL, what happened? What's the truth? We'll never know. He'll never talk about it. If he do, I'll pay to play. I'll look at that and like, yo, I'm curious. But it's not like you will wait 5 years for it. No, I ain't waiting for no 5 years for no watch. What watch is that? Michael Brand. Helm. How many people know about Helm watches? Is it Helm? People swear by Helm, and I actually waited for that watch and missed the email. I was like, dang. I missed it by about 2 days. I missed it. I said, oh, crap. Really? So he says, when I was in Manhattan Boutique and they told me that they called me when one arrived a few weeks, and I got the call. In a few weeks? Was that because, I'm going to read into the comment section because you probably put an answer I'm about to ask. I don't know, what watch were you waiting on, bro? And was it because it wasn't available? Oh, Hannibal, he's dropping words. Creedor. Rolex ain't touching him. He said John D. Pimp Hand is strong. Oh, man. Okay, there's some names. Nevada Grinchen, Brew, Seiko, Tissot, Hamilton. Ooh. Dare I show this watch so many times. You know, I've shown this watch so many times, bro. And I'm telling you, the watch is just amazing. And I'm going to show a watch here in a minute that I'm excited about that I haven't really... Yeah, I dropped a short on it, man. Just this is the newest piece, newest acquisition, as they would say. My guess is the only tough thing is limited. What was it? That's right. Yeah, car hauler. Yeah, yes, sir. Trucker. I'm a womp. Yep. New Hamilton. Girl, I honestly don't know. I just seen my Chrono King racing. I guess it depends on the demand at the time. I'll talk to a guy in the area and tell him, that is really nice to hear. It means that, yeah. I mean, you do have some ADs that will do that. But for the most part, like, yeah, it's you know what, it's back and forth here on YouTube. For some people's channels, man, it's like they show the dark side, and I don't know. You know that term when they say sex sales, and you know, like anything negative. I get that, but why not show the positive end of it, man? Because there are actually people out here that's like, hey, I need an avenue, and I think that is the most important thing as a content creator, the author of a channel. If you're doing horology, hey, I'm all for just dropping new watches, man. But like sometimes people just need, hey, they don't know. That's why like a channel like Watching James and anybody that does the AliExpress, if you've never been on AliExpress and you go and look for a watch, there are tons of sellers and you don't know who's legit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who you're sending your money to and think, man, come on, man. That's why I'm like, yo, I would just go, whatever link you got in there, if I like to watch, I'm going to go to your channel, grab the link, and I'm good to go. I'm not about to fool with trying to search through everything. And that's the same thing. That's why, like, when I go to Trifecta, that's a trusted source. When I go to Moria's Jewelers, that's a trusted source. I don't care where I go. Wherever y'all see me go to, wherever I pull up to, that is a trusted source. That's somewhere, and I've purchased every place that I have been to, I've purchased from. That's a wild strap on the Hamilton. Yeah, I had, man, bro. Look, I had to. I dig that, man. It reminds me of Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Like the skins on your weapon. Yeah, anything military inspired when it comes to Hamilton, I'm game, man. They got me on that one, man. They got me because I know. Hold up, I'm gonna look at this comment. Give me a second. Hit that like button. Oh, thank you. I'm sold on that. I'm sold on that. And here's the other thing too, man. And I'm gonna say this. Screw the luxury side of Rolex. Screw it to up against the wall, bro. Do you realize that I've served with people that actually wore their Rolex into battle? I know a captain that wore his Rolex into battle. He actually ended up being a colonel at the Pentagon. And he was my commander when I was in. He ended up passing away 2 years ago from cancer. But he bought this Rolex. He worked hard. He got it, man. We talked about it. Like, we were talking watches and stuff like that. And I had on an Armatron at the time, and we were just talking. He said, "What you got, big dog?" I was like, "Man, I just got this Armatron, man." He was like, "How much you pay for that?" I was like, $38. He was like, "Oh, man, that's dope." He said, "What all I do?" I said, "Man, hold up. I went through all the functions. I read the book, just like my Casio. So if you've never owned a Casio, there's a thick book there's different languages in there, but it tells you how to get through your stuff, man. Even a world timer, it's crazy. And I would recommend you do that, or you could be just like I did in the beginning. I ain't reading that. And it took me a minute to guess my way through all the different buttons. But the point I'm making is he wore his Rolex Submariner into battle, beat the brakes off of that watch. So I have respect for his decision to buy that watch. And he paid $3,400 for that watch, I believe, at the time. Just walked in and got that bad boy. And that's what it was. That's what it was. You know, a buddy of mine, he got his. He paid $8,000 for his dated sub, and he wears his Boulevard more than that. He said, "Man, I got it, thought I would like it, and and I was wearing it. I did." He said, "I got a little scratch on it, and I freaked out, and I just put it up." And I was like, "Man." He said, "Dude, I paid $8,000 for it." So everybody's different when it comes to that, but I do have respect for Rolex because it's been in war. People like soldiers were buying, like, and I know we talk about Hamilton, but like, yo, Rolex has been a part of wars too. In the Air Force, they were doing that, man. Even pilots was flying with. Come on, man. There's a lot of history behind that. There's a lot of history behind, like, the Milgauss. There's history behind a Rolex timepiece, but from the research I did today and just talking points, man, like, it's not what it is. It's a milestone piece. It is a status symbol for a lot of people. Now, some of you guys in the chat, I know you love your Rolexes for whatever you love them for. And if it's that you want to get recognition from other people, that's just what it is. I'm not here to criticize. Let's see. Let me get back into these comments that from this morning. I think I would like to own a Rolex one day. Would be an older one. Not one that's widely recognized, one that's not to impress anybody. Just to experience the watch, see what the hype's about. Hey, I'm for that, bro. Lots of other watches I like prior to that. So owning a Rolex isn't something I think about often. And the wind was hard to hear at times. Yeah, I apologize for that. Y'all didn't bring the wind shock out. Somebody said they got a rock bottom from me. House of X. If you spend several thousands of dollars on a watch, I get the Grand Seiko Snowflakes. Rolex is so overdone. Everyone trying to flex has one, and probably 90% are fakes. Oh. When I see someone wearing a Rolex, I always wonder if it's a fake, and then wonder how starving for attention is that person. That's not this. These are comments that you guys can read from this morning's live stream. And then it says Instagram and YouTube destroyed the hobby. Watch salesman infestation. Yikes. Yikes. Woo. Don't forget the watch dealer from Dallas, Roman Sheriff, etc., etc. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard about that. I said I'll lead on this one, and I'm sorry I didn't lead with that comment. Got to it late, but I did get to it. These are comments that was in this morning's Sharf. Am I saying his name right? Charf. But y'all know what I'm talking about, Roman. There are a number of people on YouTube that are solely high-end watch guys. Like they talk about Rolex 24/7. And the industry, YouTube does need that. YouTube also needs to have a variety of horology options when it comes to watches, man. Like some of you guys mentioned Rado. And now I am going to, I've shown these watches earlier, I'm not going to show them again. I will show a watch that it compares to a sub from the Nomadic Watch Company. And this is a watch that I will always keep in my collection. It's a no date timepiece, dive watch, really nice timepiece. I like it. Solid. It, man, I don't even know how much it weighs, but it's pretty hefty, man. I like the font on it. I love the glow. It has like a spinach green loom to it. I just like I like this watch. I like it. No crown guard on it, man. The finishing is great. But this watch goes down as one of my favorite pieces, man. That I will not let it exit my collection. Just won't. Oh, yeah. Whew, mercy. Man, that's a beautiful sound. Good grief, man. Mercy. All right, okay. Somebody retracted a statement. Hold up, man. Why you retracted? Junie, that made a better watch. State of the collection. Yeah, this is pretty much. State of the collection. So what you guys are seeing, my state of the collection, I definitely wear these watches, man. My glycine brass, I like this one. The putty dial, this watch. Jeez, matter of fact, I'm actually going to, after this live stream, I actually have the other strap. I'm going to put the brass tange on there and call it a day so it can match everything because it's not matchy right now. But I'm not taking it off this strap though, cause yeah, you see how that goes, man. I ordered these straps, man. Strap Habit, and I just ordered straps from from Amazon as well. Quick way to make your watch look good, man. If you don't know, go over there to Skylar, man. Skylar knows about it, man. His channel, he talks about it all the time. That's a nice piece, thank you. Noise Smith is a great watch too. Smith's, yeah. Truth be known, Smith's watch was the first to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Rolex didn't. Hold up, what do you mean now? Rolex was there, they was present. They had their hand up, ready to go. But from what I read, it was at the base, it didn't go up. But they still claim, ooh. Laurier have nice designs, but never have watches for sale. Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? Laurier is, as far as a micro brand. Let me say this. I'm going to show this watch, and then we're going to skedaddle. All right, we're going to skedaddle. Laurier is a brand that, in my humble opinion, I think is. New York has a lot of brands, and I was making fun of. I was in Wind Up 2 weeks ago, and I was picking with Skylar. But truth be told, there are a lot of nice brands coming out of New York. This just is. Islander watches, man. I love Islander. I will pick them as far as a great micro brand that you want on your wrist. Something nice, affordable. The thing about it though, a micro brand is they do lack the history. Some watches are just for sale. They are a representation of what you were looking for from the big brands. So the Speedy, the Seamaster, those two, right, are going to always be significantly great watches to buy, right? Luxury in. Panerai, love or hate them. And that's another brand that can be easily copied. I think like the Panerai is harder to spot the fake one over the Rolex. And I just saw a Rolex video where like there was a well-known watchmaker. He couldn't tell. He said, yo, this is spot on. Like this is dangerously close. So I'll second that. You know what I'm saying? Like what is the price? $600. Those people on Instagram have reached out to me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I have 3 companies right now that reached out to me and said, hey, Trap, we got watches. We'll send you the watch. And for every watch that you sell, you can have a watch, you know, like free of charge. For every, I forgot how many watches they say. If I sold like 4 watches, something like that, I get a watch for free. And the average prices for these watches are, and they come with boxing papers. These watches come with boxing papers. So you can get a Rolex. That's not even a clone watch. It's a fake watch. You can get a Rolex, a fake watch, man, right now, $600. And you can't even tell the difference, man. And like the average person wouldn't know. The average person wouldn't know. Who was that? Nico. I think Nico got tested on some watches, man. And he stated he got to open this thing up to see if it's real or not. So, you know, the number one thing is like just continuing. And not this. I don't want to get the message misconstrued. I am not against Rolex. I am against the hobby and the camaraderie. That's what I'm against, the camaraderie or the lack thereof. You know, and there is fatigue with, you know, I'm like, man, dude, okay, I popped on the boob tube and I'm like, what's on today? Let's see what YouTube got to offer today. Or another Rolex video scroll, or another Rolex video scroll. I'm like, God, dog, what brands out? Like, command, dude, is there a new Doxa available? Is Squale coming out with something? Did Squale make a new design? Like, what's going on, man? You got YouTubers that are out here designing watches for Maurice Lacroix. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I didn't know. I said, that's dope. That's great news. That's dope. I like that. And this is what I look forward to, man. But like, dude, the Rolex, what was it, yesterday? Or day before yesterday? Everything, And I don't even look for Rolex like that. That's why I was like, YouTube, why are you recommending this to me? I was like, I am more into the micro brand space. I'm more into the Hamiltons. I'll search. Glycine doesn't get talked about. While I mean, there are a number of glycine videos out there, but they don't get talked about a lot. And like, where would you even use these watches at? Where would I wear this piece at right here, man? Ooh, I've worn this on vacation. I've actually, man, I got some shoes to go with. I got a couple pairs of shoes to go with these, man. Like, when I'm stepping out, I throw this thing on. And will I dive in it? No, I'm not. I'm not getting this in the water. Nope, because I'm not taking it off that strap. I have other watches for that. When on my last vacation, that got in the water though. I'm in that thing, just going at it, going ham. And just looking down at my watch, I said, oh, man, I made sure the crown was screwed down. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it is. Laurier has nice designs. All right, hold on, let me see. Oh, all right. Because you guys here, I want to talk about the Valor. I did a short on this, y'all. And I want to tell you guys my experience with this timepiece. So, peep game. This is what it looks like when you open that bad boy up. You got your warranty card right here. You got some stuff. You know what I think would be dope, man, if they had some pens. You know what I'm saying? Like some writing pens. You know what I'm saying? Some real fancy stuff with that Valor symbol on there. But like, yeah, you got some like elastic stuff in there, man. That's for something. I don't know. I gotta ask them, like, what's that for? I don't know. Who has a Valor? Y'all probably know what that is. I don't know. But I like it though. You got the cleaning cloth. Look at that, man. It's like, dude, this is legit, bro. Like, this is fancy. This is fancy. This box is fancy. I dig this. Put that thing over there. All right, well, let me get to the great watch. A watch with history and story to stand on. Yeah. They want to see the Valor. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Now I'm catching up. Yeah. I'm a Christopher Ward and Seiko and Citizen Ryan fan. Also like the G-Shock. Thank you, Skylar. Thank you, man, for dropping that. The short was cool. German made doll hands. All right, so this is how the Valor comes in this little coffin case. Now, I love the presentation of this, bro, because get this. It's like this thin plastic right here, and when you open it up, it's just like, without having a white glove experience, it's giving you a white glove experience, man. So that right there, it's like it's free floating, yo. Like it's floating. On man, this is Jason and Albert killed it, bro. They killed it. But this is it in its entirety, man. Y'all see like the hold on, get me out the screen. Can y'all see that? So you don't have to keep this strap on. You can put whatever strap on that you want. But bro, this is a tasty piece. Dude. Get some of this plastic off. Hold on, I'll put it on. German made dials and hands and dials being stamped. Gear shade. Let me set this to bad boy. And the screw down crown too. What time is it? It's 10:44. This thing looks nice, man. And it's crazy. The second hands, I'm looking at it right now. The second hand, because it's black, this is called Eclipse. Eclipse black. It disappears on the actual dial. Because I'm in limited light right now, but it disappears. You'll be able to see it in the daytime. But again, it's called Eclipse Black for a reason. Beautiful watch, man. All right, let me get this thing set up real quick. See, I think that's about right. Because I have a 7-inch wrist right now. I was 7 1/4, but I lost some weight. I lost a little bit of weight, y'all. Just a little bit. You see Jeremy made better loom. Robert would agree. What did you agree on? What are we agreeing on? I love the yellow. Yeah, the yellow one. Yeah, that was, I actually looked at that at the spot, and that thing is, man, it's a nice piece, bro. That yellow one, hey, y'all know I like color, man. Let me see if that's fit right. It's a little loose, but y'all get the gist of it. Yeah, you can hear it's a Miota, so you hear that. Yeah, I like that, bro. Y'all see my tan? That's how you know you're a watch collector, boy. Yeah, bro, this is nice, man. This is nice. And this is where I will say, and I'll end on this one. This is what I miss the most about, collecting watches is the camaraderie. When we get a chance to celebrate somebody for getting a lifetime achievement with their watches. For those that are, if you hit a certain milestone on your YouTube channel and you bought a watch, we supposed to celebrate the person, like flat out. You know what I'm saying? Like say for instance, Skyler got something, right? And he said, hey, I'm gonna have a live stream and I want everybody to come through. I want everybody to just pop up on the thing and just be like, yo, come by and just say whatever, Like you guys wished me a happy birthday a few days ago, and I appreciate that, man. People on Facebook was throwing me like a whole bunch of birthday love, and I'm still getting messages. People like, oh, I didn't know it was your birthday. Thank you. It's cool because I celebrate all week. No problem. Matter of fact, I'm celebrating for the rest of the month because it's just life. I'm just appreciative of life. But I do miss being able to go on a cruise with collectors, with some of you guys. But here is the other thing to that is I do get to celebrate in a way when we go to, like you guys have been to Intersect. For those of you guys that's been to Minutes and Hours, or any watch, if you went to watch, I don't know so much Watches and Wonders, because I heard that that's a different vibe. But I literally, during wind up, I was watching people just talk, strangers that wasn't strangers, if you will, and they enjoyed it, you know. And some of these people trade numbers. They're like, hey, reach out to me. I'm in this area. Like, oh, I didn't know you were from Ohio. Like, yeah, I stay in Ohio too. And I literally watched that. Now these people talking about going to get barbecue together because of a watch. It all started with a watch, man. Like, so why aren't we celebrating that? Now I get it. Some people don't want, like, hey, I don't want to, you know, get my watches and bring them to you. I don't know you like that. You stranger, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But if you're part of a red bar, you guys meet up. That's another form of camaraderie. But it's an exclusive club though. Because only so many people, there's only so many states and cities that have a red bar chapter. I have Hoosier Horology Society here, and I'm a part of it, and I get to go out. We're going to have an event with Jake, Trifecta, October 11th. You know what I'm saying? And dude, I can't wait for that because we get to just talk and enjoy each other's company and celebrate why we're all different, but we love the same thing, which is watches. So that's why I'm saying, hey, if you got a Rolex, man, congratulations. I salute you because you got a Rolex. And that is a staple of many things. Like I said earlier, man, it's a rare cultural experience. Because everybody's not going to get to enjoy Rolex. And if you are one that has a fake Rolex, technically speaking, you can't enjoy that because you paid $600 or less. Or even if you spent $1,000, you didn't hit a milestone. You bought a fake watch. That's what it is. And if you're in the chat, you bought a fake watch, bro. I'm not judging, but you can't celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched Watch Crunch, a couple stories where a guy said, I saved for 4 years to buy my Rolex, man. He said, I teared up when I got this thing. And I dig those stories. And he shared that with other people, and other people celebrating him. People was throwing up the crown, and that thing, he may have had 2 or 3 likes on other watches, his Mito, his Casio, but that Rolex, hundreds of people showed up for that. Hundreds. They got to celebrate. So you know, I mean, some people like that validation. It is what it is. I stayed in Ohio a few months ago. Yeah, I'm actually planning on going to Ohio. They got good food. I love Ohio. I also want to go out to see Teddy shop too. I want to see the new spot. You know, I haven't been out there, and I know a couple of us are talking about doing a road trip up there. I put strap rubber and some anchor strap on my Seiko Turtle and Black Dial. Pretty dope. I was born in Cleveland, lived in Youngstown. And I live in Columbus now. Really? You're not that far, bro. I could celebrate a fake life. Hey, have at it, bro. Have at it. If you got a fake Rolex, have at it. But like, you know what the deal is. You know what the deal is. Robert Wood speaking, House of X in that building. Meet me on 30th and Sutherland. Nope, I'm not going over there. Yeah, that strap, boy. That strap is serious, man. It's rubber with like what do you call that, man? It's not vinyl or something in it, man. It's seatbelt. I'm gonna just say it's rubber and seatbelt material. Hey, it's dope though, man. It's sturdy, man. And I love how like you see the clasp where it just hides behind, like, you know what I'm saying, your flange ain't, it's not that the strap ain't just waving in the wind. That's dope design. It's engineering, bro. And this watch is so different, man. It's fun. It's enjoyable, man. It reminds me of Batman Beyond. But I'm calling this the Valor Eclipse. It's Eclipse Black, but I'm calling it the Valor Eclipse. And that's what it is, man. The polishing, and man, I like it, bro. I'm really digging this watch, man. Really digging this watch. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. So, Jason, Albert, yo, that's it right there. All black, baby, all black. And then I got on black too. That wasn't on purpose, but I just want to wear black today. And I wore this to work. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. People be like, yo, who is you? I be going to other little cities and stuff like that. I'm like, ain't nobody, man, just Trapvision. What you do, bro? Like, oh man, and it's crazy though for people. I'm gonna say this too. Some people look, they say, yo, is that an Invicta on your thing? Yup. It's an Invicta represented on there, man. And I will never shy away from that. And I get it. I understand some people like, yo, Trap, why? Why Invicta? Yeah, we already went through that earlier. I'm not gonna go through it again. So yeah, that was it, man. We on for an hour. We about to get up. We out of here though, honestly, man. Shoot, for the million people that stopped through today, man, I hope you guys do a good job with taking care of horology, bro. Especially on YouTube, man. And for those like Robert Wood, which is one of the greatest voices out there, man. I like joking around with him, and I told him how much of his character I do enjoy. And we can sit and razz each other. Hannibal, I razz him. The Oracle, Vic. There's a lot of people that I talk to off of the book, right? And YouTube. But at the end of the day, man, I'm a regular cat just like anybody else. I enjoy watches. I'm not gonna always make content that people get behind. I get that. You know what I'm saying? If you're new here, go ahead and hit that, feel me? If you want to subscribe, go right ahead. If you're not grandfathered into the membership, ooh man, YouTube want their money, bruh. I feel like I'm getting pimped. Like I feel like any content creator should feel like they're getting pimped out. I'm like, yo, bro, what the heck? You take, man, that's a lot. You on a lot, man. What's my cut? It's not as much as you think, but it is what it is. For all of the content creators that are getting started, because I just ran into a guy in Chicago. He just started his channel a week ago. Congratulations. If you see this, if you made it this far on the live stream, congratulations on what you've done. You are a part of the community, and yeah, man, people's voices matter on this thing, man. I want to know what you got to say. I would love to view your content. Skylar got great content. Go check him out. And if you are not into watches, man, I visit other channels, man. I watch a lot of anime, man. We got a wrestling channel, video game channels. You got House of X, they're content creators, man. There's some people that come in here, man. Like if you see them in blue, everybody in blue they're not content creators, but like Robert Wood, he's on the Hangout. Skylar, he's the learning professional. So these are people that sources that I say, man, go check out. And you make a determination if that's somebody you want to follow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It looks very mean, like, oh yeah, it does. Ha! Yo! Design Ateliers in the building. Look what I got on, fam. Yeah. That thing sharp, boy. Yeah. So there's another content creators in there, man. Sitting in the sunlight, not in front of the AC, and that sucker was like, yeah, it was out of there. Oh, did y'all miss it? Because this album went live. So let me repeat from the top. I have been a part of Skylar's live streams to where his phone overheated. Hey man, you grow with this. See, that's a part of this thing. This is a part of this journey that we're missing out on, man. Yes, it's great to watch a new watch being dropped. Yes, I love hearing specs, man. Like, GHPG award winning watches. This was 2023. Celeste watches, she entered her watches in, and if it goes, it goes. It'll be dope. You know what I'm saying? She'll be on my show in about 4.5 weeks from now. Strap habit. There's so many different avenues and angles you could take, but like, I can show you ways that if you want to spend your money. Here's a question right now. Hold up. Before I go. because I know there's still 21 of y'all in the building. I asked this question to you. He's in the chat right now. If you had $15,000 right now, and I'm going to call out 2 content creators. Matter of fact, I'm going to call out 3. Let's say Nico or Teddy or even Jody from Just One More Watch. If one of these entities, if not all 3, gave you $15,000 to buy your next watch, do you A, buy one watch for $15,000, or do you B, buy multiple watches? We can ponder this for a second. I'm gonna let it hang. I was gonna say we'll figure out the next episode and we'll go from there, but I want to know. Because I actually talked to Robert Wood the other day. I talked to Robert Wood a couple days. Was it yesterday? Whenever it was, I talked to Robert Wood, and I'm literally, and I know this may be hard to believe, but I am coming up on the end of watches, and I mean buying them. There's one watch that I have in mind. There's a few that I definitely want to add to my collection. One is a micro brand. The other 2 are well-known brands. And I'm not getting them for, one I'm not getting for content, which they will be content because I like to document what I've owned on this channel. But they describe and define things that happen in my life. These watches that I will be adding to my collection, literally, they testify some things, and that's crazy that I got this one on the day. I got this. This is a birthday watch. This is my birthday watch. This is the watch I got when I turned 49. I just turned 49 years old. I'm a 49er, even though I'm a Bears fan. I'm just saying 49er by age. This is a birthday watch, and this is a milestone piece that I didn't even know was coming. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and I just, this thing represents so much, man. This represents like a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't even gonna hold you. I wasn't even able to buy watches. None this year. Man, I'm talking about the boy in deficit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit like the low. I hit a low. And I shared my story with a couple people, man, but like, I hit a low. And it's been hard, it's been rough. And y'all know that if you've been rocking with me up to this point, you know that my channel has solely been to display my passion, and then it turned into information that I want to give. I wanted to be an ambassador for Invicta at one point in time. I was told that, nah, you're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happened. That happened. That came from the CEO that, he didn't even have the decency of telling me flat out. He just was like, don't nobody listen to YouTubers like him. And I will say this, Mr. AL, when you said that, riddle me this, Batman. How many people got on that cruise you had in 2019 and 2020 because of a Trapvision 3D? And I'll rest my case on that one. If don't nobody listen, and this isn't coming from me. This is coming from collectors that stated, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be on there. And that's just another milestone. That's just like, it's another thing that I went through on this channel. That's the reason why this channel exists, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I know some people come on here for whatever reason. Everybody come, and I'm not here to compete with any other YouTuber. I'm telling you that right now. I will never, ever step in line with competing with anybody for it. I compete against who I was yesterday. Competing against bad decisions I made. You know what I'm saying? But yes, these watches right here, like watches like this watch right here, the watch that I actually gave a watch away that I adore so much. That's from Visitor Watch Company. I gave it to somebody special, and I consider this person a dear friend. I gave it to somebody. I filed my taxes, y'all. I filed my taxes, and when I tell you the amount of money that I gave away on this channel is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. and this is from my man, and I won't say your name, but like we talked about this, you know, you want to know more about it. And I am game to talk to people. If you have my number, if you have my contact information, even if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, I don't mind. I will tell you the story, you know what I'm saying? And it will literally be on here at one point. I'll tell a story about it's called Footprints. I've been working on it for 2 years now. I've been working on this content for 2 years. And it's heart wrenching because I had to enter the stuff with like the reason why I have this watch. So, yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. So when Jason and Albert blessed me with this watch on my birthday, I'm like, bro, I'm driving away from Chicago from a wind up that I honestly, I know you guys, some of you guys said some people didn't like the venue. They didn't like the venue. I thought the venue was dope. It wasn't as open as the venue they had that was, I forgot what street, Paulina. But it was still dope. It was still dope. It had, it was open up. It was wide open. It was wide open. So, I'm not wide open. It was bright. It was bright like the light, you know what I'm saying? And the skylight and stuff like that. And I love the energy of people. That was one group, and y'all seen the live I had, and I was like, they didn't have any energy when I walked up to them. I was like, yo, what's happening? What's going on? But other than that, and that's not even nothing. It's not a big deal. I love this thing, y'all. I'm telling you this right now, not to get sentimental and all touchy in your feelings and stuff like that, but I'm telling you flat out, if you're watching this, for the 20 people that's in there watching this right now, you will walk away. If the lights don't come back on, if I don't wake up tomorrow, just know this, that I enjoyed what I did. Not saying I'm out of here. Not saying I'm about to die, nothing like that, but I'm just saying, if I never come back on YouTube, know that I have put everything, my heart and soul into this, and I've enjoyed it. It has been therapeutic. I've met a lot of people, and dude, come on, man. I can name the watches that I have. This wasn't mine. This was a trade from somebody I admired. That's a traded watch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even with this, me trying to be an ambassador for Invicta, this is how I got this glycine. Because the idea that I put out there, they didn't rock with it. They came back with it the next year, and then they added their own twist to it. But that was my concept for those that didn't know that. For those that watch me, Bob Cohen, you were a part of that too. That was my concept the year prior. I put that out there. Trying to do my due diligence in there because, one, I enjoy people. One, it's two, we all have different backgrounds, different religions, different preferences, different races, all these different things, man. But the one thing we can agree on is we like these. We enjoy these. We got people that come in and report. I'm gonna look at the yeah, I will. Yeah, man, stay true, my man. And I do, I have to. I gotta keep it 100. I gotta keep it a buck in here. And Hannibal told me I'm holding it for him. Hey bro, man, listen, man, you're gonna have to bring Wolverine, the Incredible Hulk, man, the whole Avengers team, and Thanos, man, like to get this from me. Whoo, boy. Man. So yeah, with that being said, I'm out of here now for real. I just wanted to just share that with y'all. Really, after making our own brand, I didn't fully understand how powerful support, passion is. Man, bro, listen, I'll say this, and I'm gonna leave it at this. I had a chance to go to New York a few years back. House of X that was the first time I met House of X in person. I was an MC for an Invicta event, and that was before they closed that store on Times Square. And I had the time of my life. When you're talking about we're coming out of COVID, we're all coming around. We have face masks on and everything. I took my mask off and I got the microphone. I had a DJ, and I'm like, yo, man, it's your boy. We out here. We're in Times Square and Invicta. We had watch battles, which I created. And we had two groups, you know what I'm saying? You had two killers in here, and you had two more killers in there. And I ain't talking about real killers, but we're talking about people that love their watches and enjoying it. And once that event was done, do y'all know that we were walking through New York, and we were walking down Fifth Avenue, I believe, and there was the Lion King was on play, right? And as we were walking past these people, I walked past a group of folks, man, and somebody screaming my name from the back, yo, Trap, come back. And I'm like, what's going on? He said, these people say they know you. And I walked up and there was a lady and a gentleman, tall gentleman. They were like, oh my gosh. The lady said, yo, I know who you are. I watch your show all the time. She said, can I hug you? So I gave her a hug, hugged the husband. We took pictures together, man. And it was such a trip to know that somebody knew you, right? They knew who I was, right? I was like, that's crazy. I didn't know like what me doing this does for other people on the other side of the screen in different, like India, man. I got people from India, man. I met a guy on the cruise ship. He was like, yo, we look at you all the time, bro. We know who you are, man. Like, dude, we love your energy. Bro, come on, man. Somebody from India know who I am, bro. Canada. And I'm not talking about the watchmakers. There was somebody else from Canada that knows who I am, man. You got Aussie people, you know what I'm saying? My Australian brothers and sisters. Man, it's a beautiful thing, man. So, yeah, man, that's just me. And I encourage anybody that's doing YouTube, man, that, hey, bro, please keep it pushing. Drop your content. Do your new watches, man. But, like, please, just increase this thing that we have together, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. And I don't care if it's Rolex. You can do your Rolex. You can do your Cartiers and Vacherons. And I was trying to make that point earlier. A lot of people don't even know what Vacheron is. They like, Vacheron, what is that? It sounds like a disease or something. Like, that's what the guy said. Not my words. Yo, you on the toilet? Nah, I ain't on the toilet, bro. Nah, I ain't on the toilet, bro. I'm in the corner, bro. He said I'm on the toilet. I've been on the toilet for an hour, man. My legs would be numb as all get out, bro. I'm in Joliet, Illinois. Oh, yes. Joliet, that's not far. That's right up the road, man. I was just in Chicago the other day. I was making a delivery. Yeah. Let me know when y'all go up towards Teddy's shop in Cleveland. I might can meet y'all there. Oh, bet. Yeah, because you there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Really, after making your own. Bet. I read that I would definitely buy a JLC. Ooh, JLC. You know what, Julius? We're going to do that. I'm going to have a high-end luxury episode. I have to call ahead and so they can set it up and put the watches down for me. If there's any particular watches that you guys want to see when I go to Moyers, go to Moyers or Reese Nichols, I'll let you guys know when I'm going. But I have clearance to actually, boom, get that. I have clearance. Y'all hearing it? I have clearance to go check out the watches. They're going to set the watches out for me, whatever I ask them to set out. And yes, I'm going to go through. And of course, I want to see my beloved Panerai. I do want to see Panerai. Some new Panerai. Yeah, I do. Ooh, Panerai is such a beautiful watch, man. Good grief, man. Oh, I'll tell you another one, man. If you're sleeping on IWC, woo, man. Mont Blanc, too, bro. I need to get a pen for Mont Blanc. Those are expensive pens, but I want one so bad. That's on my list, bro. That's on my list. I got to get one of them. Man, I turn 50 next year, man. What do y'all think I'm going to get for my closing in watch? And I said I was going to be done. And that watch that I get, yeah, you'll see. Y'all will see. But that's a whole nother year from now. So thank you guys for watching, man. I appreciate you guys probably getting another citizen next month. Ooh, get it. Get it, bro. Get it. Hello. What up? But we out of here. I appreciate you guys for watching. You know what I'm saying? And if, who that? Yeah. And if you enjoyed the content, man, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. If you want to criticize it, go ahead and leave a comment once I close out, and I'll read it and, consider what you're talking about. You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate your life, y'all. So, ladies and gentlemen, until the next lightning strikes, y'all be blessed. I love it. Absolutely.